Well, Neal, 5-3 winners in the end, but how do you begin to explain that?
I just don't. Football's really strange because we can do all we do during the week in training, but little moments in games you can't cater for. So I thought they had a great chance to go 1-0 up from a cross. Tyrone Barnett heads it wide. We go down the other end 1-0. Then for the next 15 minutes, I thought we were excellent when we went forward. We carved them open. We probably, if we're critical, we probably could have scored a couple more. And then right on the stroke of half time, we don't clear our lines. They get lucky, they get their chance and they score. And then 5 minutes into the second half, the same happens, and the whole game changes. And then you've got one team that is enjoying playing, their chests are out, and the other team's fearing the game and can't seem to get control of the ball. I said to Quinny on the side, there's not a lot we can do other than shout, calm down, play your football. Don't. That's where the result affects the performance, and it's something I often say to them: don't let the result affect the performance. Just focus on the performance. But credit to lads because they kept digging in. They get themselves 4-2 up, then they give them another goal to make it 4-3, and then they go again. So it was a tough, horrible game in many ways that shouldn't have been, but hopefully we'll learn something from it.
Was it reminiscent maybe of earlier in the season when it was a bit like scoring and conceding goals, because most of the season it hasn't been like that. It's been winning by the odd margin or two and not conceding.
Well, the good thing that we've done this season is when we haven't been free flowing in our attacking play pre-Christmas, we were very, very sound defensively. And then on the flip side, now we've worked hard at creating better chances, scoring goals, and we've done that better, but we're conceding goals. So they've both come at the right times, if that makes sense. We've been conceding goals but scoring at the same time, so we've managed to keep winning games rather than go on a losing run. Obviously we're concerned about the cheap goals we're giving the team, giving the opposition, but it's a fine line between telling players to just clear their lines every time the ball comes in and telling them to play with a bit of composure and a bit of relaxation. It's always a fine line, but at the moment we're getting punished for everything we do wrong.
Yeah, you say you're concerned by it, but does it bother you when you still go out and win the game? Because ultimately the last few games of this season, it is about winning it.
Yeah, of course it is. And if you'd have said to me before the game, I'd have taken 1-0 90th minute set piece today. I'd have taken that all day, come in here and said it's all about the 3 points. And yet everybody in that dressing room feels like we've lost. They're all sitting in there disappointed with the way they've played and the way they let the momentum of the game get to them and the way they made the game tough for themselves, which is good. I haven't had a go at them. I've just said it's all about the 3 points. We know we can do better. Talked about mentality during games. Other than that, we go on to the next game. We've got a tough 9-point week and we've started it well.
Joe Sabara started the season in flying form and not been in the goals as of late, but still a key player, and today brilliant to see him get a hat-trick.
Yeah, he's jumped in with assists during that period anyway, and obviously contributed towards the team. I think he's had enough of me giving him stick because him, Callum Maycock and Barney always do keep the uppies together and have a bit of fun. So because Barney scored of late and so's Cal Maycock, I've sort of tried to pull Joe out of that group and say he's not worthy, and I think he's getting fed up with me giving him some stick. So it's great that he scored that trick. I'll have to leave him alone now.
Well done Ryan Barnett as well, because in games at the moment he's in and out of them in terms of like scoring goals and assisting them, so he's becoming a crucial player.
He's a massive threat. I mean, everything we did in the first half come down this right hand side when we moved him across caused all sorts of problems. He's got an unbelievable ability to cross on the run, even at sort of horizontal angles when defenders think they've got him. He can cross on the run, and that, I just laughed. I said that was a strength of mine when I played, but I didn't have Barney's pace, and hopefully he can get better if he can add goals to his game and add them assists that he's got today, which were brilliant. He's a really, really good player and one for the future.
Grimsby on Tuesday, a different test of the team in and around us, and sort of maybe going with a different game plan to today's game.
I think we need to. I don't think we can score 5 at Grimsby. Grimsby's a really tough place to go. It's travelling down to Bromley. I've never won there, but Grimsby's a place where the crowd are really noisy. I've always had tough games there. They put it on you. We've got to be ready for that. And like we say, we've got 2 tough away games now, and we need to be ready to deliver. Whether it's a brilliant footballing performance or a resilient performance, we need to be able to do it if we're going to get anything from the game.